What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome. Man, it's not morning for some people. It won't be morning. Ah, man. SLO City Together Podcast.
We're here.
We're here.
It's happening at some point in your day.
Yeah.
We're coming to you. It is April
Yeah, it is.
30th.
It's
Is
almost over, though.
Is today the last day? Or is it 31 days in April?
I have no idea. How do you
there's
30
a
days.
formula, but
30
I don't know the
30
formula. No,
days.
it's the last day of April. Tomorrow is May 1st.
Right.
How about that?
In high school choir, we had the song.
Yeah.
You were in choir.
Let's talk about choir.
We sing of the merry month of
Really?
May. Oh, such a good song.
Well, welcome to the SLO City Together podcast, where strangers hopefully have stuck around to become friends, and friends are growing closer
Yes.
to become family.
And then that family is just, they support each other.
They're
That's what family's all
so
about.
we're in the middle of this, and we're still rolling, and we're talking about choir.
We're talking about choir.
You were in choir?
Yeah, I was.
Show choir or
No,
normal
we
choir?
didn't. We didn't have our school is way too small and I can't say
Rural?
that word.
Rural.
Rural.
It's the
Rural.
worst word ever.
Rural. Yeah, we didn't do show choir. We had like there's concert choir and chamber choir. Chamber for like the
Yeah.
more advanced.
Were you chamber?
Yeah.
Were you a tenor or a baritone or
No,
a bass?
I was kind of like the line between
Did you-
baritone and bass.
Were you all
in
about the
choir.
bass?
I was all about that bass.
Okay.
I think I've told that story, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
Where I tried to hit the low E and I failed.
No.
Oh,
You went for
I
it?
told it somewhere.
Hey,
Yeah.
so I don't think many people know this, but I was also in choir.
You were,
But
you were
we
in
had show choir, which involved dance moves
Yeah,
and jazz
sequence.
and jazz
And
hands.
sequent outfits, right?
And so all the guys my freshman year, full disclosure, everybody was like, I did choir a little bit in middle school, because it was an easy A. But then,
yeah.
But then you got in.
That's why I was such a good student. I did band and choir.
Yeah, no, but then you got into high school, and a bunch of my friends were like, "Hey, there's some very cute older girls,
Older women.
older women in choir. We should join show choir." And so, like, all of my friends joined show choir so we could dance and sing with some cute
Was it?
ladies.
Did you do a solo? You had a solo.
I
at
had
one
some
point, right?
solos. Yeah, it
Lion
was.
King? Did you ever have a Lion King?
No, I had the Christmas solo. Mary, did you know?
I love that song.
Mary,
man.
did you know?
We're doing that this year.
It's your baby. No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
No,
That
no one
is
would
such a
ever
good song.
come back.
Did you know? No, I have a really sick version of that song. I have a sweet version of that song.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a good one. I think that was probably the version we sang because it's very gospel-y and like very good. So yeah, show choir kind of formed me. Jan Gibson was my teacher.
Jan Gibson.
You know, everybody was like, you had a teacher that everybody was like, she's kind of, sorry, Jan, mean. She's kind of mean, but she
The
was
show
also
choir teacher.
Oh, she
had a
was
reputation.
So mean. She was so
Wow.
mean. But she was kind of motherly, right? Like, and
Really?
so you relied upon her, and you saw her for 4 years. So you had this relationship with her,
Yeah.
and she kind of saw you grow. You had that with your band.
Yeah. I
Band
love
teacher.
teachers, man.
Yeah.
I-
Teacher.
I would be a teacher. I think if it's a lot of work though.
Well,
Teachers are good people.
think about what's being revealed now, how much work it takes to, like, form your child's brain.
Oh,
into,
yeah.
like learning
Ours
how
are just
to-
not forming.
how to read and
Only
how to
the
do
players do.
math and like, I mean, somebody had to think about all these formulas that our kids are doing. I'm
Yeah.
not thinking about it.
No.
I'm Googling answers to things and then acting like I know how to do it. But
Yeah. What was
But-
your favorite subject in high school?
oh,
Did you have a favorite?
gotta think back to high school.
Yeah.
It's been 18 years since I was in high school.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe I have no idea off the top of my. You stumped me.
With your favorite
You
subject?
stumped me. I don't
What's like
remember.
the-
Maybe I want to say world history, but I can't say
Oh,
who
wow.
taught it or if I actually took it in high school.
I was bad at history. I am still bad at it. I love history. It just
Yeah.
doesn't stick. Dates, names, places,
My
they just
goodness.
don't stick in my mind the right
It's
way.
really sad that I can't pinpoint a class. I couldn't tell you my science teacher.
Oh.
because I love science.
Man, has it been that long since we've been in school?
I loved biology.
I can remember
but I
my
can't-
math teacher's names.
I remembered my choir teacher's name.
Band. I can't remember my history teacher's name either.
There's a teacher named Mr. McCloskey,
Uh,
and he was great. He was very quiet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
High school was clearly formative. And so, yeah, high school. Yeah, but to be, I think in this season especially, for us to acknowledge the load that teachers carry
Oh, yeah.
right now. Like, can you imagine? I mean, I know my wife right now is homeschooling 4 kids and juggling calendar schedules, print-offs, parent square alerts happening on the
6 times an hour. It's nuts.
But like,
Oh.
but the teacher's load of like recording video, and it is just it's crazy to try and
Yeah, it really is.
to think about. So, teachers, if you're listening, we honor you.
We honor you.
I don't know that song, but we do
Honor.
honor you, and we're in
You
it.
are here. That's what I was singing.
We worship you. You were saying we worship.
No, I replaced
All
it.
right,
Though.
with you, we
I
honor
made
you.
it all right.
So,
I made it all right.
teachers, we honor you. Thankful
Yeah.
for you. Thankful for you.
My favorite subject, not that you asked, but was
Why? That is a common thread.
was
You asked me a
English.
question, and we just move on.
English.
What's your favorite?
Well, I was a mathlete for a long time. I had
Wow.
a T-shirt. Here's a story.
Wow.
I had a T-shirt that said mathlete.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a great shirt. And my mom threw it away, and she has never admitted to it. I know that woman threw my shirt away.
Your mom?
Oh, yeah. And she's like, it must be
She was
lost.
embarrassed that you were a mathlete.
Well, no, it was a white shirt, and I was a grungy kid, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
you were.
if
You were a
see those
grungy kid when I
pictures.
met you.
Yeah.
Jinkos.
And
Did you
so
wear
I would
Jinkos?
guess
Levi pipes?
Yeah, I wore pipes. I couldn't afford the Jinkos, but
Yeah,
I
they
got
were
some
nice.
pipes secondhand.
They had the little emblem of the guy with the fire head.
Yeah.
Sorry, go
But
ahead.
it was a white shirt, and I got it in 7th or 8th grade. I wore it. She threw it away my sophomore year. It was probably like a yellow shade by the time. and so I
Oh,
think she
sweaty.
was like mercy.
Yeah, it's
Mercy
nice.
killing the
That's what mothers
shirt.
do.
Yeah, but she lied about it. She's like, "Oh, must have got lost." I'm like, "I didn't lose that shirt."
My dad did that with my cats.
Yeah, so did my parents. So did my parents.
Yeah, there was a big blizzard, and the cats must have stayed outside, and
Can you?
I'm like, Dad, I'm pretty sure you took those cats and you dropped them off on some farm.
Who knows?
My
what he
dad
did.
hated cats, and so your mom threw away a T-shirt. My dad threw away our cats.
I've heard a story from your childhood about your younger brother having a hat that was nasty, and your
Yeah.
dad just threw it into a fire. Is that a
Yeah.
true story?
Well, Dad would do stuff like that all the time. He would do stuff like that all. So this
That's
is
heartless.
here's a crazy story. So cut jeans are a cool thing now, right?
like shorts, jean shorts that are converted from pants.
No, just any kind of pants. Like there's trendy pants. You go to H&M and you buy
just
pants
with holes.
You buy pants with
Yeah,
holes
yeah,
in
yeah,
them,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
trendy. And so when I was in high school, you know, some cut jeans around the knee only. Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't
From
come up-
American
didn't-
Eagle
didn't
and
come up-
Hollister.
Yeah, they were cool. Or you just wore them out like that. So I went to a soccer game once, my brother's soccer game, and my parents were divorced at this time. And so my dad, I come in, I sit down, and I'm looking a little disheveled. I'm a high school kid.
Yeah.
Every high school kid is
Yep.
relatively dirty. And he was, I think, just picking on me about my jeans with one slit by the knee
That you were wearing currently.
that I
at
was
the time.
wearing at the soccer game, and he tore my jeans off of me. He literally, like, as a joke,
Just
he's like,
grabbed it and
he like
ripped.
grabbed the hole in the leg and just ripped and yanked, and literally I had to go sit in the car because
didn't
everything
pants,
was like I'm sitting there in my underwear, and that was my dad. My dad just does that. There's a hole in your shirt, he'll put his finger in the hole and just rip. And I'm like, Dad, it was my. So
This wasn't the same thing, but
it's similar.
your
but
dad helped me build a fence. Were
Yeah.
you here when he
That was-
shot the nail gun?
I helped
So
build the
they were
fence.
down like, I don't know, 25, 30 yards away. I was up the driveway. It was uphill. And he had sent me up to cut some boards, and they were down at the bottom. And I don't remember if it was you or Brad, but your dad goes, "Hey, watch this." And he shoots a nail gun and the nail ricochets off the concrete, and I feel the wind go past my cheek, and he's just laughing down. Like, that could have killed me. Could have entered my temple and just ended my life.
That was my dad, man.
But
like,
he thought it was funny.
if you had rubber bands on your wrists, I would wear rubber bands on my wrists
Just
from time to
snap
time,
it.
and he would just snap.
It's
He would do stuff like that all the time, and that's what family does.
That's what family does, I guess.
That's
So-
family relationships, and strangers become friends,
how do we
friends
get
become
here?
family. Well, that's an interesting segue because this weekend we're talking about relationships.
Yeah, we are.
And we're talking about conflict and relationships and tension and how to navigate it. I was reading something. I actually read an article this morning. Do you wake
Oh.
up and read the news, or do you just like
I
kind
get
of
so
stumble
we've
through it?
talked about this. I get so frustrated with the news because all the articles I want to read
Yeah.
are either on sanluisobispo.com and it won't let me read them. It'll give me the first 3 letters of the first
Yeah,
word
that's
and
right.
the rest you have to
That's
pay
right.
for.
That's right.
Or it's Apple News Plus that you also can't read. And so then I just give up.
Well, here's something newsworthy. Apparently, the governor's closing all beaches
And state parks.
in state parks tomorrow, Friday.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about that?
I thought they were already closed. I've been surprised because I heard the beaches are closed and then everybody's like, I'm going to the beach.
Sunshine closed.
Sunshine is banned. We're
Banned.
going to put a blanket up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
I'm starting to get. I'm like going through the stages of grief where you're like, I don't know the full stages, but you go through like sadness, and then you get
Just
like
give us your version of the
shocked,
stages.
and then you get angry, and then you
Where are you
like,
at now?
and then you get. I think I'm like rebellious. I'm like,
He's going to go
I'm
to the
getting
state parks anyhow.
I am hiking this hill.
Well, yeah. No. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So all the
Well, they've kind of already been closed.
hiking trails are state parks technically?
No,
No. Those will
well, I
will
don't-
remain open.
I don't know. The one back here, the high school hill, is not. It's some guy's backyard that you can. So you can still hike
Really?
those. Yeah. You have to
Hmm.
literally walk through somebody's backyard,
Oh, I didn't know that.
the backside of it. So anyway, that was not what I was reading. I was reading
Okay.
an article, but that's so if you want to get your beach in, go now. Go right now. And so I was reading an article this morning about Will Smith and his wife. Did
Is
you
it
hear-
a positive article?
Well, the title is Jada Pinkett Smith says she discovered she doesn't know husband Will Smith at all. And it caught my eye.
clickbait.
Clickbait. It was. And so I was reading it though, and she says this. It's fascinating. I got to be honest. I think one of the things that I've realized in this season content is that I don't know Will at all. Pinkett Smith told her guest, Pastor John Gray. I don't know this pastor.
Oh, Pastor John Gray.
You know him?
I don't.
John Doe. I feel like there's a layer that you get to. Life gets busy and you create these stories in your head and then you hold on to these truths. I just got a text. Sorry.
Like of who your husband is.
And where you hold on to these and then you hold on to these stories
okay.
and that is your idea of your partner.
Okay.
That's not who your partner is.
Hmm.
And though the two share 2 children and have been married for decades, Pinkett Smith said the two are going through the process of having to dissolve all those stories and all the ideas of Will in order to really know
The Fresh
who they
Prince.
are.
Yeah.
And she said, but it's hopeful. So she said, she said, this is intimacy, just being able to get to who our loved ones are beyond that which we have perceived.
Huh.
I thought that was fascinating.
That is fascinating.
Because like the concept of like life can be so busy and your perception of one another can be based off of experiences that you've had together or like in the flow and movement of life, there is one reality or one way that maybe you can start relating to one another that in the middle of quarantine where you are literally sitting on top of each other
it's just
all the time,
exposed.
differences are exposed of like,
Yeah.
I didn't know you thought that.
Yeah.
We didn't slow down enough to talk about how you felt about parenting
Yeah.
or how you felt about future or how you felt. I mean, you could assume that you're both on the same page, but then when something different, I don't know. Have you experienced that?
I just burped in the mic. That
just
was bad. I hope that didn't.
It did. Everything makes sense.
Have I experienced that? I don't know. I don't know if I can say we have. But I understand it. I definitely understand. Well, like
You have though, and I'm going to argue with you because you are self-reflective, and so is Blair. And so you're self-aware, but maybe it doesn't feel like I don't know who you are anymore.
No. So I guess what I go to, and I don't know if this is the same thing, but like, so my wife, like, obviously because she gets all stories of my interactions from my point of view,
Yeah.
she thinks I'm great. She thinks I'm a really good person. And so maybe the extra time and like working around her. But part of that, I think, was even in our move to California, I think we
of
had
that was
part of that.
exposed.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it was just different. And there was a lot of more. Blair and I were just working together more.
Yeah.
Honestly, she was
Yeah.
doing a lot of stuff with children's ministry.
Yeah.
And so we just had never operated in that capacity. So I think that was that's probably why I don't feel it as much now.
Because you already went
because
through
I
it.
experienced it 9 or 10
Yeah.
months ago in a pretty significant way where
Yeah.
it was like she had to see me in meetings
Uh-huh.
and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's hard because and I think that's what's happening now with
for a lot of people.
for a lot of
Yeah.
marriages, a lot of relationships. It's like, okay, what I thought or what I assumed,
I'm seeing behind
I'm
the
seeing
curtain.
a little different. Yeah, it's a little different. And there can be like a fear of like, for some people who are bent towards fear, it can be like,
no.
so I don't know anything, and this can open up into a chasm of chaos.
Oh yeah.
Or it can just be like, oh, okay,
Rediscovering each other.
rediscover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that Will Smith is a really great guy. What do you think?
I
think he's a good guy?
I think he's secretly a robot.
Yeah.
What's that movie that he's in? where
iRobot?
There's so many movies where he's a robot. I think.
Are there?
I think so. I think there's multiple.
Have you ever seen 7 Pounds?
No.
Oh, go watch it.
7 pounds?
7 Pounds.
No.
Oh man,
With
it's
Will
good.
Smith?
Yes.
Okay.
It's so good.
All right. I like
It's
that.
so
I like that one movie where it's he and his son and they're kind of
Sun-
homeless.
or no, not
Eternal Sunshine
of the Spotless Mind.
Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Happiness. Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
He's got a lot of good movies.
I'd like to think he has a good heart though. There's some actors where you're like, he's got to be a jerk, or like you hear stories.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard stories about him being
No.
a bad guy.
No, not really. I mean, they've got some. I'm not going to talk about. There's some weird things happening there, but I think I'm not going to judge from the outside. I think he's a good guy.
Like name an actor that you think is probably a jerk who puts on the front.
I don't want to do this. What
You
if they
don't?
listen? A jerk
if
that
they
probably puts
listen?
on up front.
of
I
like
don't
being
know.
this fun guy. Like
Fun
I
guy-
bet Ray Romano's a jerk,
I bet so too.
and
But
maybe
that's his
Kevin
hum-
James.
But that's his
maybe
humor.
Kevin James.
But I would like that. I would like that about him. I'm like,
Ray
yeah.
or Kevin.
Well, that's their humor is sarcastic, jerky
Yeah, but
humor.
Ray Romano.
Kevin
yes.
is not.
Kevin James. He's more the lovable
Yeah.
buffoon.
Yeah, I
but-
bet Adam Sandler's a little mean too.
So I had a friend who moved to L.A.
Yeah.
last year, a couple months before we did, and they ran into Adam Sandler in a mall.
Was
he was
he
sitting
nice?
in a food court with his hood up
Yeah.
and like had the strings cinched. And they like saw him and they're like, that guy looks. But
And it
they
was.
said he was really, really cool.
Oh, nice.
He called them over.
Hey, come here. You're looking at me.
Well, he was watching their kids play on like a play place.
That's
and he
weird.
was like, "Hey, you got great kids." And they were like,
that's awesome.
"Hey, this is the voice of the guy from Hotel Transylvania," because that's what their kids knew him from.
Yeah.
And the kids thought it was awesome, and they said he was a really cool guy. So
That's awesome.
myth busted.
But like, okay, I keep being the downer here.
That's okay.
But like, there have been breakups over quarantine.
Yeah.
There have.
Yeah.
There have been. I mean, I don't know if you've experienced, but like, tension, conflict. That's what we're talking about this weekend. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking about it a lot. Of like, and really what we'll talk about more and in depth on Monday night. I don't want to pitch something. It's like, we're going to talk about the depths of interpersonal relationships. We're going to talk about that Monday night with Tony.
Which I'm
pumped for that. That was so good.
that was so good. But my mind went to, oh, wow, what are they going to talk about next Monday?
Yeah, I can't wait. I
'Cause-
can't wait.
Because,
I can't wait.
yeah,
Can't wait.
I'm excited for that. He seems like a great guy.
He's a really good dude. And he's, like for those listening, like he's my counselor.
Yeah.
Like I sit with him and he talks and it's just, counsel. We can talk about counseling if we want. But I think there are so many people who probably are interested in counseling that are fearful of it or think like
Yeah.
that means I'm broken. Well, guess what? We're all broken.
Yeah. Get over it.
And it's just kind of like a tune-up. It's kind of like getting your oil changed.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I can run a little better now once I talk to somebody, and he can kind of back me up from the present and show me what's actually happening, which I think is what's happening with Jada and Will Smith.
Yeah.
Of like
all comes full circle.
Jada Pinkett. So pro counseling, pro conversation and connection.
Give us a
yeah.
Okay.
Go no.
No, I was gonna derail you.
No, it's fine. I think it's important to derail us right now.
I was gonna say give us something else more controversial that you are pro.
Pro. Oh man. I don't know. I'm pro spontaneity.
That's not controversial.
It isn't?
It's stupid.
Well,
that was a cop out, man.
Well, clearly it's controversial to you.
I'm pro Eminem, the rapper.
The rapper.
I think he's a good guy.
Do you?
I think
he just gave a bunch of money to Detroit.
Well,
or something.
I think, dude, I don't know. I think there's some Holy Spirit power working in that guy's life that he's maybe fighting against a little. I think.
Yeah,
dude.
Are you reading up on Eminem right now?
Well, no.
Okay.
I'm reading up on Marshall Mathers.
Are you pro?
The real man?
Are you pro? This is gonna be controversial. Pro Kanye?
Yeah, I am.
Are you pro Kanye?
Yeah, I think he's for real.
All right.
As for real as any of us are.
Are you an eternal optimist? I don't think you are.
No.
Okay, so that's
no. I'm an eternal
You're
pessimist.
Pro? Okay.
I'm pro pessimism. Realism.
What's like? What else are you? I don't have a controversial thing.
I probably don't either. I was trying to corner you just for fun. What am I pro? That's unpopular. I don't know. I'm pro napping for adults.
Yeah, that's weird. I'm not. I think that nap is great. I just get mad at people who can do it.
I think it's good for the soul.
I think I get frustrated because I'm like, I can't nap and neither can my wife.
Oh, well.
There's some days that you can, but it's like once in a there's once in a blue moon that we can nap. So anyway.
Cool.
What else? What else is beaches are
closed. That's not a good look for us. That's not a good look where we both just
beaches
implode into what else at the
so
same time.
Before we jumped on the podcast, we were listening to Maverick City music / worship.
Yeah.
Shout out to Christina Edwards. We're not sure if you listen to the podcast, so if you do, give us a shout. But I have some, whatever your go-to maybe worship songs that, or artists or things that you, I don't know, because I connect to God. I really do connect to God through music.
Yeah.
And so what are for you as a worship leader, former, chamber choir member.
Thank you.
How do you connect? What are maybe some of the songs or practical artists or things that, like, maybe if you were to list your top, I'm verbally processing here.
Okay.
Maybe what are some songs in your top 10 that you would go to and say that connects to me at a soul level? Like I know I will listen to that song and just feel it. Feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it.
That's a great question, and I should probably have an answer to that formed. My all-time favorite that gets me and makes me want to kind of jump a little is older Hillsong Hosanna.
Oh.
The bridge. The bridge, I think, is like...
Break my heart for what breaks yours.
Oh. Heal my heart and make it clean. Open up my eyes to the things unseen. Show me how to love like you have loved me. Break my heart for what breaks yours. Everything I am for your kingdom's cause as I walk from earth into eternity. That is like the most complete surrender gospel prayer. That is one of my all-time favorites.
That was in the same time frame as Lead Me to the Cross.
Yes, the same album. Nigel Hindroff on guitar, Paul Mayberry on drums, and Brooke Frazier, now Brooke Ligertwood. It was it was the heyday
of Hillsong coming out party.
Oh, and that, and just I love the feel of the song. It's got this. It's
good.
And then as it builds to the bridge, it just makes my blood vessels want to explode.
And you want to jump.
So that's probably my all-time favorite. Musically?
Yeah, musically.
It's a good song. It's fine content. It's very repetitive. But Gungor, Heaven, the live version.
Really?
Have you heard that?
Never heard it in my life.
We're gonna put it on when we hit stop here.
Okay.
it's the go listen to it. It's 7 minutes long. It's mostly like a jam song.
Heaven
but
by Gungor.
I don't
That's
know
nice.
what you've been told, but
Yeah.
heaven is coming.
Oh,
down
I've
to
heard
this
that. So
world.
I've heard that.
I don't
That's
know.
good.
But the music of
Yeah.
it, I could punch a hole in a wall listening. It's so good. But I love John Mark McMillan. I love the depth and poetry of his lyrics. I
Yeah.
love that I don't always know what it means. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And I have to think about it and stew on it a little. It's kind of haunting sometimes. He's
Yeah.
got that baritone voice.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
he's not the best
My wife can't.
singer.
My wife can't listen to it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like him.
Yeah.
Because
Every song kind of sounds the same.
That's wrong. If Jenna thinks that, she's just
No,
wrong.
I kind of think it, and I know music.
No, you're wrong. Yeah, but I love John Mark.
Did you hear? We said at the same time.
Yeah, we're so in tune. You?
Well, it's so like, I just think back to so I started leading worship when I was 19 years
Okay.
old. And I think some of the first songs that I learned with a band were like, oh, praise him.
Yeah.
He is holy. And so the nostalgia of those songs,
Oh,
praise
definitely.
him. What's the one that's like, the tide is rolling and here it comes. This is our king. Here is our king. David, old David Crowder. There's a song that he wrote called "You Alone."
Yeah. We
Love it.
bond over the love for that song.
Love that
frequently.
song. And then some newer. Honestly, I'm way less in tune than I used to be to like new worship stuff,
Yeah,
right? And I
Yeah.
can be somewhat cynical. Not cynical.
I can too.
I can be critical at first, and so I have to fight through like the fame around the worship genre and culture right now,
Yes.
and like the
But
hype.
that's healthy.
It is.
That's healthy.
Yeah, the hype guys, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that you're a
Gotta weigh it
heart
out.
guy.
Yeah. you gotta
So
weigh
if
it
I'm
out.
gonna talk about old songs that get me, it's "I'm Coming Back to the Heart of Worship"
Matt Redman, man,
and Tim Hughes. That's also Tim Hughes.
was it?
Old Tim Hughes is good, and then but some of the new stuff, "Rattle" by
Yeah, you like
Elevation.
Rattle.
Like, to use your term, it gets me jumping.
Yeah. It does.
Ra-
he, loves,
elevate-
he loves that song. I don't know.
Elevation and Rattle, and honestly, Christina Edwards just shared this song
That you
called
it's how we started
"Promise"
talking
by
about it.
Maverick City Music. That
It's-
I love gospel.
yeah, I did too.
Gospel, like I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. So, "So Will I" is probably one of my favorite
Yeah.
soul touching songs. So,
It's
I
good.
think it's important. It's
Check
important.
them out.
Huh?
Check all those out.
Check them out. Worship
let
is
us know
important. What
yours.
you fill your mind with in this season will form you.
Yep. I agree with that.
What you fill your mind with forms you.
Yep.
So fill it with truth and goodness and worship.
You know what?
What?
It's been about 3 or 4 weeks since you've asked me how long we've been going.
Yeah, I've stopped.
You've stopped.
How long have we been going?
Almost 30 minutes.
We need to probably stop
We
talking.
should probably wrap it up.
Yeah, we could.
Right?
Are you okay? Hey, if you're still listening, give us a rate, a share, a like. Put it on your Instagram and Facebook. You'd be surprised at how many people will listen to this stuff.
And if there's interesting things that we can dissect,
Yeah.
we aren't going to do it well, but if
No.
there's things that you're like, this is always on my mind, I'd love to
Yeah.
hear a little bit. Shoot us
Yeah.
some ideas for,
Yeah.
for things you're interested in. And we can.
I think we're going to start interviewing some people. I think that's good. I think
Oh,
I,
it is
I,
good.
I
It's
really
very
like
good.
interviewing some people and digging into stories
Sure.
and I think it'd be cool. I mean, I'm really excited about Sunday and Monday and
Yeah, I am
like
too.
taking a deep dive into relationships, because if you're a human being,
Yeah.
you have relatedness to somebody, and
It's true.
and that we are in a season right now where things can either be really great in your relationship and that's exposed, or there is
Or
some
not.
exposed,
Yeah.
ugly sides of it that I think don't run away from, but lean into. And I think this is going to be good healing Sunday and Monday.
Yep.
All right.
I'm excited.
Yep.
Thank you guys. We love you. Praying
Hold
for
on.
you.
I'm going to.
You're going to give
Ma-
us a little outro.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna can we play this in the outro, or are you going to do the old, like the boom, 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 boom? Here's the prompt. Oh, listen to that.
I hope you can hear it.
Okay, I'll turn it down. This Promises by Maverick City Music.
Check it out.
Go check it out.
Check it out.
All
We
right.
love you guys.
Love you guys.
And we'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
Peace.